This is only the beginning. I'm here to break the game.
What is up, and welcome back. It's Skovos bringing you another Apex Legends video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over how to bunny hop on console. Now this works on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now unfortunately, bunny hopping on console is much more difficult than it is on PC. It's harder to maintain and it's just harder to do overall. So this is going to take quite a bit of practice, but we'll be going over this step by step to teach you how to bunny hop. And one more thing I want to mention before jumping into these juicy details is that a few months ago they did nerf bunny hopping and healing, so you can only hop 2 or 3 times before the healing item will stop your momentum almost completely. So popping a syringe with a gold shield or as lifeline, or using Octane Stim can cancel this out to a degree, but ultimately any healing item, whether it's a shield or health, will completely stop your momentum and interrupt your bunny hop. So just keep that in mind while learning this and while playing and trying to implement this into your gameplay. So let's all go ahead and load up Apex Legends. Once you have Apex Legends loaded up, go ahead and select your playlist, and under playlist you're going to select firing range. This is going to be an excellent place to practice bunny hopping, and it's going to take some time. So be prepared to set aside 30 minutes to an hour to get a full understanding of how this works. It took me quite a bit of time to master it and to get to the level that I can show you how to do it myself comfortably and confidently. So now that we loaded into the firing range, we can head over to the area as you see me running to on screen. This area is going to be the best area in the firing range in my opinion to practice bunny hopping. So in order to bunny hop on console, you will actually need to change one setting. Unless you have it on hold already, make sure you go to your settings, under controller tab, and the fourth from the top will be your crouch button. Make sure this option is set to hold or you will not be able to bunny hop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain exactly how to bunny hop on console, and the footage in the background will be uncut, unedited, it will not be sped up or slowed down. My mistakes during bunny hopping will also be left in the video. I will not be removing them, that way you can see what mistakes I make, and then that way you know exactly what to do and what not to do by using the controller on screen to look at my exact movements. And one of the biggest mistakes that I want to point out before you start practicing these movements, and as you can see I'm doing it right now on screen, is spamming the A button or your jump button, whatever button you have that allocated to. Spamming the jump button will only hurt yourself and make it harder for you to learn. When I was first learning how to bunny hop, I was spamming it, and you can see that it constantly messes you up. The best timing is going to be jumping right when your character's feet touch the ground again. Right the split second when that side animation starts is exactly when you want to jump. So keep that in mind when you're learning how to do this. So as for the details behind bunny hopping in general, you can either jump into a slide or start off with a slide. It doesn't matter how you start the slide, but sliding is the first step. You want to be at sprinting speed, initiate the slide, and then the second you start sliding, you want to jump. Every time you touch the ground, the second you touch the ground, the second you start sliding again is when you want to jump a second time, and so on and so forth. So as you're doing this, this is the first thing to master, and you can do this in a straight line, but because it's just sliding and jumping, you will lose momentum. So the trick to keeping momentum in the bunny hop is to angle your movement stick, the left stick on the Xbox controller and left stick on the PlayStation controller, in a angle. So when you angle it to the left, for example, you'll also want the right stick to be angled to the left as well. So you want to be moving and looking in the same constant direction while jumping every time your feet touch the ground. When you change directions, you will move both sticks to that same direction. So as you can see on screen, pay attention to the joystick controls that I'm using. Follow those, and once you can master that, do it in a loop. That's going to be the easiest way to start this and to understand how it works. It took me a little bit to comprehend this, especially since most other guides out there just tell you to spam the jump button, which is definitely not an efficient way to do this and will mess you up more than help you. Alright, so a quick recap on how to bunny hop. You're going to want to initiate a slide, and it doesn't matter how you do so, but you want to be at maximum sprint speed before sliding. Once you start sliding, you're going to jump the second you do, and every time you begin another slide after landing on the ground, the millisecond you touch the ground and start that slide, you want to jump again. Timing on this is very important for an efficient bunny hop. Now, as you're bunny hopping, you also want to angle both sticks in the same direction. So if you're bunny hopping to the left, you want to be looking to the left, and you want to be moving your stick to the left as well. It doesn't really matter how far you move it, but you'll find that sweet spot is about top left, which would be a 10 to 11 o'clock position on a clock, and then top right would be like a 1 to 2 o'clock position to the top right. Now, whenever you switch directions, you will also need to switch both your movement and aiming stick as well. So move both sticks in the same direction, jump the moment you touch the ground, and time those jumps as best as you can. So that will wrap it up for the bunny hopping on console tutorial and guide. If you have any questions or tips that can help out other viewers, make sure to drop that in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content along these lines, clicking that subscribe button will help me out so much more than you may realize. And if you enjoy this video specifically, you can always click that thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, you're more than welcome to click the thumbs down as well. And if you want to support me as a content creator and this channel a little bit more, you're more than welcome to join my membership program, which is now live. And whether you did click or didn't click any of the things that I mentioned, I hope you have a good afternoon, evening, night, morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. But thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos.